back from This Week in Wrestling in Mom's Basement. I, of course, am Patrick Young. This guy to my right is somebody special to me, Joe Venuto.
Oh, I got Paul Reynolds.
You don't have to do that now.
Okay. Welcome to part 1 of This Week in Wrestling in Mom's Basement and No Mercy predictions and preview and stuff. It's all about No Mercy, as the theme song says. No mercy. There was a match at it.
We gotta work on our harmony.
No mercy.
No mercy.
See. Nah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we're not meant to be singers.
But
however, we can predict wrestling cards.
Right. There was a. Well, I'm hey, I'm the one that predicted Natalia wins the title. I was right. Hey, I got the jar.
Didn't I predict that too?
No, you didn't.
I did.
You always pick. You always pick the champ.
I do.
When they're horrible wrestlers.
I do.
Not that Naomi's horrible. She's just very. There. She's just like a deer headless. She's just there. Some of our friends won't like that. They're watching us. Sorry. Should we get to the mercy card?
Yes, we should.
That's my SummerSlam. There was a kickoff match at it late in the day on Friday.
Yep,
so
late in the day on Friday.
We should get to that first. There's a kickoff match that makes no sense because they never had interaction, but here we go.
Didn't they fight each other 2 weeks ago?
That was Kalisto. And Elias.
This week?
No, Apollo fought Kurt Hawkins. Elias was in the 6-pack challenge.
That's right, yeah.
So now that he spoiled it for you with questioning, they fought each other in NXT.
That's right, yeah.
As Apollo's last feud.
Mm-hmm.
Apollo Crews versus Elias.
Elias.
I don't care.
One.
Yeah, I know, but I like to go in depth with my predictions, so I'm trying to figure out something. I don't care. Like, I don't know why this is happening. You got a good character versus somebody, but not great in the ring. You got a good wrestler with no character.
You have a person with great direction, but not that great in the ring. You have a person that's great in the ring.
The man's floundering right now. He's not doing nothing. Elias. He's just literally just there fighting random people.
Okay, all right, fine. He's got great personality, but not great in ring skills. He has great in ring skills, but not any personality.
Yeah. Neither's on a roll right now. Apollo's on more of a roll because he has a win streak of one match. Yeah, why not? Maybe we can start to figure all this if he gets a full third. Apollo. Now getting to the main card, the Miz versus Jason Jordan for the Intercontinental Championship.
I'm gonna go with the Miz.
Are you not going in depth with your predictions of the different opportunities?
Well, we can talk about it, but I'm just saying my general pick.
My prediction: Jason Jordan's not right. He's never going to be right in this current gimmick.
Partially the reason why I'm doing it, yes.
If this belt's about to become the main event title on Monday nights for the next 4 months, because Brock has to go hunting for the winner.
Then probably shouldn't also stay on the Miz.
Or for the fall.
The Raw pushing.
Yeah, the Intercontinental needs to go on face. I'll get to that in about 3 matches. But even if it won't be my first pick, it'll be one of my first picks for a feud. But I'm going with the Miz because the Miz is the better choice in that regard. And this is the least build a match. Miz needs to go back to SmackDown. I feel like I don't see where there's Anthemis if he wins. And besides, if Jordan wins, besides a rematch with Miz, I don't really see where Jordan goes either with their title. So like,
yeah, I don't see any direction.
I don't see a direction for either one right now. A concrete direction for
Yeah.
either one right now.
Miz, I guess you can say there's a bit more direction.
Yeah.
Because they're sort of teasing the feud with him and Kurt Angle.
Yeah. And maybe as far as that might happen.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go
Which may be a reason why they give the belt to Jordan.
I'm going with Miz.
Alright.
Oh God. I hope Miz never mind, Miz and Angle will have to fight each other for stay away to WrestleMania. Oh my God, full Jason Jordan with that dumb cheesy smile. And that oh my God, it's not champion.
Well, anyway, next match.
Does anybody else find these Angle and Jason Jordan's promos too heavily scripted?
Yeah, they
like
are.
That backstage segment, I thought it was also like a telenovela. I found it so. You do not let people talk to you, look at you like that. As my son, it makes me angry.
No.
You.
I try my best telenovela impressions.
I just want to beat them up. You can't do that. My God, like even Kurt sounds heavily scripted.
Yes.
Jeez. Anyway.
And then when we get to this,
the match had more build than the last match, but not much at all. Our failed five-legged women's for 30-year-old women's championship. Alexa Bliss, or as we like to call her in these parts of the East Coast, Micro Shop. Versus
part of the East Coast, meaning this basement.
Right. Versus Sasha Banks, the boss, Sasha Banks, or as I like to call her, the girl who lost the boss. And now it's the girl who's a bitch to fans. Honey, if you can't take the fame, just get out. Versus the girl who makes me cringe, really. Versus the girl who I don't like watching wrestle, Nia Jax. Versus my boo, Emma.
I know what my heart's saying. I really want Emma. Do I think she's gonna win? Hell no. It really does. It also really doesn't matter who wins it because I don't think anybody's ready for Asuka.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna trying to beef this up so I can make a decision. Bailey. I think they're gonna give it to her because she just came back. They're gonna try to continue that thing they had between Sasha and Bailey, or it'll look like they're going towards. They might continue to do that instead they just ended up delaying in a month. Bailey's my pick.
At this point, I don't really care if we get Bailey versus Sasha in some kind of epic pay-per-view match at this point.
No, I don't care really.
They've already
happened. I'm wrong.
Yeah, like 3 times, so I don't care. I'm going to do this by process of elimination. Alright, let's go. It's a pay-per-view. Alexa loses the title. Alright, okay, so we'll eliminate her. Alright, bye Alexa. Thanks for coming. You've been a wonderful champ. You're also a born champ. They don't know what to do with Alexa.
No, they don't.
They put the belt on her, so they have something for her to do. Because they want to use her.
Yeah.
And since since they, not her, since they think she's the role equivalent of Charlotte. Okay. Sure. Since December, she's been the champ. I've been a champion every month almost. From December to...
Yeah, they probably see her more as a 6 inches shorter Trish Stratus.
My fault, yeah. They see her as a mixture of Trish and Charlotte. Minus Trish's mic skills and ring skills. Minus Charlotte's and ring skills, because Charlotte maybe they're Trish in the ring, maybe.
Yeah.
Minus Charlotte's star power. Minus Trish's star power. She has mic skills over Charlotte. And that's about it. She has them combined.
Yes. Do they benefit from that by putting her in promos? No.
No. I mean, next to these women, yes, she can talk. She's the champ because they don't know what to do with her.
Yeah.
This is a safety net for her. For her. Moving on to Sasha gets my man. Bailey. No. Just no. 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 Like, I don't think I hate a woman this much on the current roster. Yeah, I know I rag on Dana, I rag on Alicia, I rag on Nia, I rag on Tamina, I rag on Naomi and Carmella at times. At least they're capable. Bayley's is a good worker, but I don't hate Alicia and Dana as much because they're barely on TV. I don't hate Nia as much because she tries on and off. I don't hate Tamina as much because she's barely on TV. So Bayley's the one I think I hate the most because just what they did to her. She's like, this is where I'm worried about Asuka because I always question how can you ruin Bayley. She got a pop in San Jose. She was getting booted out of the building in every other city beforehand.
Yes.
She probably get pop in LA too because California stuff. But making her a women's championship, giving her the women's championship now is just detrimental to her career at this point. Girlfriend needs to get injured again, kayfabe, and run it off. Like, she came back, but make it look like she's resilient by coming back and fighting for the injury. But have Nia, like, pull her from a table or something and re-aggravate the injury. And then write her off kayfabe-wise. Until you really figure out a concrete plan for her. Or you move her to SmackDown down.
Oh, I agree with you, but I'm thinking what they're thinking is they're going to try to redo the Sasha and Bayley thing. And then have Asuka run through the rest of the roster.
Up next was Nia. She's, I'd see them giving to her to go with this Slay the Monster storyline for Asuka, but I don't think Nia's a heel. So, Nia's out, and Nia's not good enough to hold the Women's Championship. It's not like you have to be good to hold the Women's Championship, though. You just have to be a buy in the division.
Yeah.
Alright, down to the final two.
You have to be one of the right bodies they like in the division.
Right, well, luckily for me, these are the two buys I like in the division.
Yeah.
The one's such a bitch. But in the ring, she's very good. Sasha should get a title reign. That's equivalent to her NXT Women's Championship reign. Emma should get a reward, and it should be really obvious who I'm going to pick. Emma.
It's the pick I do want to make. I just see WWE giving it to Bayley.
I picked Natalya when everybody was against the wall. That's what my heart said, and Natalya won. I have been a pretty good reign with it. This one, they forgot about her on Raw, and maybe that was by design. So, after they realized they forgot her. Now, they purposely forgot her, but that maybe by design, as we went on, they're going to try to throw a little swerve in her. Because otherwise, this is a very predictable pay-per-view on the undercard. So I'm going to go with Emma. Because not only is it the right thing for us, not only is it the right thing for the Raw's Women's Division, not only is it the right thing for Philadelphia or Raw, it is the right thing for America and Australia.
In these uncertain times.
Yes.
Don't we all deserve a gift?
It could bring America and Australia together.
America and Australia doesn't have a problem.
Yeah, I know, but I'm bringing them even closer together. Like, they're like this. Now they could be like this. Because Emma is America's choice. She's that all-American blonde bombshell next to her.
From Australia.
Yeah, I mean, plus she's the best worker in this match. Then Sasha, and nobody cares about the freezer ring skills. Now speaking of not caring about ring skills,
and Dylan Moore.
Yes. Up next, the Cruiserweight Championship match. I hate to say this, the streak of good pay-per-view Cruiserweight matches is probably
over.
Neville versus Enzo.
Please, dear Jesus, let WWE keep the belt on Neville. Please, Jesus, Allah Buddha, cat, golden calf, nothing. Whoever you are, please let WWE keep the belt on Neville. Yeah, please.
So is your prediction, Neville?
Yes.
Okay. Just gonna talk. Was anybody else intrigued by the Neville Braun Strowman segment when they had a stare down?
I was, yes.
I feel Neville this year became a main event player on the main roster. He's been one of the best workers of the year. Mm-hmm. And I love to see him in the regular divisions overall. But that being said, the Cruiserweight division can't be in the favorite.
Really needs him, yeah.
Neville. I'm not going on depth with this one because I hate Enzo one more than I hate Bailey. So, there you go. And that's match, and that is feud of your potential. In our man-to-man match, there's going to be some man-on-man violence in this one. The young boy that became a man who created David, but the man's more dangerous, potentially, Finn Balor.
Versus the man who calls himself a god.
But doesn't win nothing.
Yes.
Bray Wyatt.
Absolutely. I don't care. This is the match you really should say about.
Right, but I still pick my winner.
I know. Finn.
This is one of the more interesting storylines overall as of late.
As long as it involves Goldust.
The feud between Bray and Goldust has been very interesting.
Yes.
This, not so much. Finn's my pick. But this is where I wanted to bring up the Intercontinental Championship. The Intercontinental Championship, I feel like needs to be on babyface right now. Jeff or Finn are those guys that can make the Intercontinental Championship on main event title on Raw. So Finn needs to get away from this downer, this loser.
He needs to get away from that zero and get with a hero.
Yeah. And, well, they subbed in that Battle Royal like 3-4 weeks ago. They had that showdown between Jeff and Finn. Mm-hmm. Well, that should be your Intercontinental Championship, that should be your Intercontinental title feud for TLC. But I'm done with Finn just because, honestly, that's probably where the money is right now. There's more interest in Finn than Bray. Up next, the tag team match for the World Tag Division: Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins versus Cesaro and Sheamus.
Funny enough, the last couple weeks or so, I'm thinking, oh yeah, Dean and Seth are gonna win. But for some reason, I've had this feeling like creep in my head that Sheamus and Cesaro, the bar, I think they're gonna regain. I don't know why. I don't know how I can explain it. I don't think I can. But it's just this feeling of, I think that if WWE is going to pick a surprise, I think this match is actually going to be it. So I'm going to go with Sheamus and Cesaro.
I too am going with Cesaro and Sheamus, just for options of, well, there's only 3 teams in World's Tag Division. Yes. Well, 3.5 teams. It depends on which week they want to make Jeff and Matt single stars and main events. If Diaz, Seth beats Cesaro and Sheamus, who's next? The Club?
Yeah.
And they've been taking pinfalls every week.
Exactly.
So they're not credible. I mean, they could do Dean and Seth versus the Hardys in a TLC match.
Yes.
Or all 4 teams in a TLC match. But I'm done with Cesaro and Sheamus to set up a Dean and Seth and maybe Hardys, Gals Anderson TLC match. Yeah. But there's literally a lack of depth in World's Tag Division right now. There's 3.5 teams. Oh wait, 4.5 if you count Slayer and Rhino, but they're not on TV with Elephant. I do think out of the matches we've said so far, this is easily the strongest match on the card. Now.
Yes.
And if it's anything like SummerSlam, this match, it could easily be a show stealer. But I'm done with Cesaro and Sheamus. I'm done with Cesaro and Sheamus too, just for the sake of Gallows and Anderson aren't incredible to be next contender right now.
Yeah.
Up next, John Cena versus Roman Reigns. Icon versus icon. Did you know Roman's an icon? And this is not me trying to disrespect Roman, but Roman's an icon after 5 years and after only being a single star for 3.
Yeah.
Impressive. But I don't think that's how it works. But WWE in their market, if they want you to believe something, they'll push on it.
Absolutely.
In this case, he's not an icon, but okay. And as I'm doing Roman, it's just being a superstar for 3 years. Doesn't make it an icon.
He's also the icon people are rejecting. So, The weird thing is, I should automatically be saying, oh, they're definitely going to give it the win to Roman. But for some reason, I'm partially thinking that Cena could also easily win. And maybe that's a good sign. Just having some predictability of not really going to an event and not really knowing who's going to win. Maybe if Cena does win, we'll get that mythical official Roman heel turn eventually. Or if Cena loses, he may go back to SmackDown. What I think is more likely, Roman. Oh, that's probably the answer I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Roman gets the win over John Cena.
I see save time off as Women's TLC. Let's just remember for Survivor Series. I don't see why what's the point of making this feud one and done?
Yeah.
No Mercy Shoot match 1. Survivor Series and Rumble match 2. And then WrestleMania match 3. Roman's passing the torch should not be at No Mercy. Not in a match where people won't remember, but on a show itself that probably in the end people aren't going to remember besides a certain few matches.
Yes.
That's not where Roman's official passing the torch should come.
No.
That should be on WrestleMania. And this is me finally accepting it. Roman, that's the face of the company. Do I think he's the right guy for it? The right choice? No. But he's also been my favorite Shield member up until before they teamed up.
Yeah.
He's also been my favorite Shield member of the year. So, out of the 3, he would be the right choice for this year, for the most part.
Absolutely.
I just feel like this is a stupid money-making opportunity, and this doesn't feel like the main event.
No.
In the last couple of weeks. So if this isn't the main event, if this isn't Roman, I don't think Roman's crown achievement, I don't think it's him that's going to be on below pay-per-view. But I don't think if he loses here, it's going to lead to his crown up. I feel like he's leading to his heel turn. The guys are calling him as a dick in recent weeks with these promos.
Yes.
I don't know when the heel turn comes, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm done with Cena because it's just stupid to further smash out from one and done. It should have been one and done at WrestleMania 34.
Yes.
That should have been one and done.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm sorry, I don't stand by wasting matches, wasting this big money match, one and done here. You're taking your biggest star, the face of your company, against your biggest full-timer. Sorry. No Mercy and double main event. There's one main. I'm putting a Cena for the fact that there's more to get out of this. It's just one match. And the main event, Brock Lesnar vs. Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship.
This is actually the match I'm looking forward to the most. I've seen a lot of great things from Braun Strowman this year. What have I said that a year ago? Probably not. But I also see... I gave Joe this theory like a week ago, that I sort of see Paul Heyman, at least behind the scenes, grooming his next Paul Heyman guy. Being that Brock may or may not leave. I think he's planning on staying in at least around pro wrestling for a decent amount of time. And I think the guy he would like to match next is in fact Braun Strowman. Reportedly, he gave Braun Strowman. He booked the WrestleMania match, which booked Braun Strowman as strong as he did, powerbombing Brock Lesnar through 2 tables and then throwing the other on top of him and having Brock get carted out of the arena for a time. I see it as Paul Heyman creating essentially his next Paul Heyman guy. And they also sort of alluded to it that he's actually had the most destructive beginning of a career since Brock Lesnar, and sort of showed parallels between that. I partially do think Paul Heyman might turn on Brock Lesnar. I can't confirm that, but that's sort of what I'm kind of thinking. However, I do think Braun Strowman's winning.
This is the hardest match to predict. If Brock wins, Braun should be protected. I don't want the match to end in DQ or something, but Braun being protected is one. I don't know where Braun will go from here. If there's a Universal Championship now. Braun winning opens up more options.
Yeah.
And if you want to set Brock and Roman at WrestleMania, you could, when Brock comes back for the Rumble, you could just have him get the belt back there then.
Yeah.
If you want to.
That's partially what I'm thinking, yes. That's pretty much what I'm thinking. Roman, Brock, and Mania. That's why Roman doesn't want off the Cena at No Mercy gets the win. Strowman loses the belt at Royal Rumble. That doesn't make Braun look weak.
Nah.
And it at least gets them the WWE Championship. At least have it until for the period of now to Royal Rumble.
I wish one of them was the WWE. I wish one of them was the WWE champion.
Well, Universal Champion, sorry.
I wish one of them was the Universal Champion.
Yes. They are.
I see him being stupid here. That's another thing. I don't see it ending Brock's reign on pay-per-view. Yeah. Because you had it perfect out last time at SummerSlam if you want to take the belt from Brock. He didn't have to get pinned. I don't see him having Brock get pinned on No Mercy show. Last time Brock got pinned, it was on Survivor Series. It was on a major show.
Yeah.
The time he lost before that was at SummerSlam 2015, The Undertaker. And before that was WrestleMania. Triple H as like.
And before that was Extreme Rules.
Yeah, but that was just stupid that day.
Yeah.
But that was just retarded. That was stupid. Yeah, but Brock's not the same guy he was in 2012 either. Yeah.
Well, we've had 5 years of Brock Lesnar back.
Yeah. I don't think Braun looks bad. But as much as you build up Brock, I hate to say it because I want Braun to win. I do find it stupid, just like wasting this match on No Mercy is stupid. Then they have the nerve. 2 WrestleMania marquee matches on No Mercy. That's not a draw.
No Mercy. Dude.
That's you telling me that you couldn't wait till WrestleMania to book these 2 matches. I think Samoa Joe really changed the plans here.
Yeah.
I'm done with Brock. If you're going to end Brock's dominant reign, I guess that'll have to be a Survivor Series if he gets all the deer he wants in October. I mean, I wasn't expecting Brock at TLC. I don't expect Brock to be in a TLC or a ladder match. So, forget about that. But, to not show up at Survivor Series, I definitely show up at Survivor Series, bro. I don't see them they're trying to sell Survivor Series as huge again. And Brock's only full-time, part-time right now that they can get to sell that.
Yeah.
And because Taker's not coming back. Triple H might for the Kevin Owens Shane storyline, but I doubt that really. So Brock's to sell for Survivor Series.
Yeah.
And, yeah, my pick's Brock. Because making him lose the title now at this point is pointless. the best I could pray for is that the Intercontinental Championship becomes really important overall. But I don't know where Braun goes from here. But actually, with that being said, I don't know where nobody goes from here looking at this card. If Brock wins. Braun loses Cena and Brock for the next... At least next month, but they lose Brock and Cena for the next few weeks at least.
Yes.
That's already a big gap. Samoa Joe's still out. Your main feud will be Braun versus Finn. Go by this card. For nothing. But you know what I mean? Brock loses the title at No Mercy.
Well, they're giving away Brock versus Braun.
Well, yeah,
they're giving away Cena versus Roman.
Yeah, but that's just because they're stupid. Brock.
So you think they'll take that extra leap?
No. Braun's the right choice. But Brock losing at No Mercy is not the right choice. That's where I'm really having a problem with this prediction here. But the reason being is that they won Brock off the title. They could give it to Braun last month at SummerSlam. Braun could pin Roman and finally put a cap on that feud. Me personally, I have Braun win the Universal title and fight Roman again. But I'm going with Brock because it's the only because at this point it's the only smart option they have right now. You don't waste Brock's big loss on big pay-per-view. And I hate to say that about Braun. This is just like when people thought Samoa Joe was going to win Great Balls of Fire. I didn't pick Samoa Joe then. But he did almost win, but now looking back at it, Brock should have lost that pay-per-view called Great Balls of Fire. Brock should have lost that pay-per-view called SummerSlam. So I'm going with Brock. And I'll do it for the predictions.
Yep.
We'll see you in 2 weeks for the Hell in a Cell predictions. At least they don't have at least their cards on that.
Well, we'll officially see in a week, but our next prediction show will be in fact
at Hell
for a Hell in a Cell.
And then we'll be back Sunday night with the review of No Mercy.
Yeah.
Which can be a good show looking at the card. My interest, though, is mainly in 3 matches. 3 to 4 matches.
Yes.
See you Sunday.
See you there.
Bye.